2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Morley or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. I'm Michael Thompson. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about, so let's jump into it with story number 1. It's really a case of another day, another record high for the S&P ASX 200. It closed up 0.2% today to 8,556 points. It was much higher earlier in the day, setting a new intraday record as well. But it lost a lot of those gains, led by a sell-off in Commonwealth Bank shares after the bank hit a new record this morning. Commonwealth Bank closed down 0.5% for the day. The worst performers were 2 companies that both reported results, AMP and Cochlear. More on those shortly. The best performer was Sigma Healthcare, fresh from its merger with Chemist Warehouse. The new pharmaceutical giant rose almost 7% today. In commodity markets, the price of gold hit a new record and seems to be heading towards US $3,000 an ounce. Iron ore holding up reasonably well, trading at $106 a ton. Oil prices are stable with a barrel of Brent fetching $75, and the Aussie dollar is at a 2-month high, buying more than 63 US cents. Story number 2, Donald Trump has ordered his trade advisors to come up with reciprocal tariffs on US trade partners in retaliation against taxes and other measures. And Australia's GST system could be in the firing line. The president said the new tariffs would be designed to target unfair behaviour by trading partners who apply higher tariffs to specific American goods than the United States applies to the same products from those countries. He wants officials to examine tariffs on a country-by-country basis. Now, while America and Australia have got a free trade agreement under which most tariffs have been reduced or scrapped altogether, the president's new order specifically targets value-added taxes, raising concerns that Australia might be hit because of the GST. On to story number 3 now, and hearing implant company Cochlear's share price fell more than 13% today after the group downgraded its full-year revenue forecast on the back of cost of living pressures in the United States. Those pressures were hurting sales and upgrades of Cochlear devices. For the 6 months to the end of December, profit improved in line with expectations. Story number 4, I mentioned another company that reported. One-time blue-chip company AMP has announced a halving of profit for the 2024 financial year, but Chief Executive Alexis George says this reflects the sale of the firm's advice arm and a simplification of its business. Investors certainly thought there was more to it, and the group's share price, which has done very well over the past year, up more than 40%, tumbled 15.4% today. Ms. George said AMP had hit its targets for reducing cost, and its wealth business was competing strongly and would soon launch a digital advice business. AMP Bank reported an underlying profit down 20%. And finally, story number 5, in global news, back to Donald Trump. He says that he would love to have Russia return to the group of 7 nations, saying it was a mistake for Moscow to be expelled. Russia had been a member of the G7 club of industrialized democracies, then known, of course, as the G8, until Moscow was excluded following its annexation of Ukraine's Crimea region. This is back in 2014 that this happened. The president said, "I'd love to have them back. I think it was a mistake to throw them out. Look, it's not a question of liking Russia or not liking Russia. It was the G8. He then went on to add that, "I think Putin would love to be back." There was no immediate reaction to Trump's comments from Canada, which is chair of the G7 this year. That's it for the afternoon report for Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. Make sure you hit follow on the podcast, and we'll be back tomorrow morning with the weekend edition of the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson. Enjoy your evening.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Morley or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.